People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right, we are back. It is episode 201. It is just Natalie and I. We had a guy all lined up. We'll have him back in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And he's emailed this morning and said, hey, just give you a heads up. There was tornadoes in my area. We have no power. Hopefully I have power this afternoon. So I said, you know what? It was 7 in the morning when he emailed. They don't have power by tonight. And then like an hour ago, he texted and said, yeah, we're got power. I just got to run, get dinner for everybody and come back. Maybe we'll push it back a little bit. Okay. And then 10 minutes before we go on, he calls and says, hey, I'm all set, ready to go, but I have no internet. They're saying I will have internet scheduled to come out a week from now.
A week from today.
Oh, a week without internet. What would I do? I'd be lost.
On your phone?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's Natalie and I.
Yeah.
We just did an episode last week, so we're like bottom barrel and coming up with topics to talk to you guys about. What are we going to say? We usually recap our week, our month without you. Yeah. And anyway, we'll come up with something. You know us. First of all, let me just say how stressed I was come the holiday weekend. How was your holiday weekend?
Why were you stressed?
How was your holiday weekend?
It was fine.
I just feel as a magician who does lots of shows, who is successful, that I shouldn't have a holiday weekend without work.
We had a show.
We had a resort show this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that brought in the most money and the one that we enjoyed doing and the one that was more fulfilling, I don't know how you say it, money-wise, and it's a bigger show and it's more of a thing. We get the rug pulled out from underneath of us.
Yeah, that happened last year. So we had a resort that would book a lot of the holiday weekends. And they have been booking for so long that, silly me, I gave them a little leeway and time to sign their contract. And I called them a little bit. This was before July 4th weekend last year. And I called him to ask him and say, hey, we need that contract signed. He said, oh, yeah, I'll get it to you next couple of days. And he texts us the next day and says, yeah, so we're not going to need you for that date or any of the following for the rest of the year. Because I had asked for that one and the rest of the years to be signed. So there's nothing I could do because he didn't have a signed contract. So lesson learned on my end. I don't care how many years you've been booking shows. If you don't sign the contract by the date that's on the contract, you don't have a show.
We've been working them for over a decade.
Yeah. So I'm just being nice, and they've never not had us before. Why would they do that now? But anyway, so they canceled all of those on us. And so our Memorial Day weekend was open because for over 10 years, we've been turning people down for Memorial Day weekend because we were already booked at another place. So just like anything that books, we have to now let people know that date is open, whatever other dates they had, they're open. So you can book us if you want to book us. And it's just people quit calling for that weekend because we're always turning them down. So
4th of July, New Year's Eve, Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday weekend.
Near close to Easter. It was like a spring break, but it was always near Easter. Then President's Day weekend in February.
New Year's Eve.
You already said that one. Thanksgiving weekends, that
Black Friday.
Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. That's it. Memorial. That's it. Yeah.
It was 6 a year.
Yeah, it was six-ish a year. Yep. So anyway, yeah, we had off for the weekend, but it didn't stress me out.
It didn't stress me.
We didn't have off for the weekend. We still had a show.
We still had a resort show.
Wasn't what that one was. So right. I mean,
well, those 6 shows, she says, it's somewhere around $20,000 in losses. But here's the thing. They loved us. They told the higher ups about us. They told corporate how much they loved us. Corporate loved us. When COVID hit, all of those people that were bigwigs got shifted around to different positions because they laid off everybody else. So at that resort, they had no activities director. They had no
Right.
around activities.
The position that had hired us before was gone.
Right.
So they had a different person doing it. And then he had, he was calling for the dates and getting it secured, but he had to approve it with a bunch of other people.
And he wasn't even full time.
Yeah. And then apparently the people above him just decided, yeah, nah, we're not going to do. But it had kind of been a cluster since going back after COVID because,
they would forget to advertise us?
Yeah, they wouldn't advertise us. And then, so we would be trying to advertise ourselves before the show came, hanging up posters and different things. Or they'd advertise us wrong. So, like, we would do a couple hours of close-up magic the night before, and then a large show the next day. And they would put the entire time that we had for setup and everything from the next day. Like, so we would have 3 hours to set up, an hour show, 2 hours to take down. That's how long we told it to 6 hours. They took that time frame, put it on the close-up magic day, and said we were doing a 6-hour show. And people were waiting for us to do a 6-hour show in the ballroom that we were supposed to do a 1-hour show in the next day. So we had to go in there and be like, so, hey, tonight is supposed to be close-up magic. Let me show you some close-up magic. Come back tomorrow for a 1-hour show.
I showed up.
Anybody who can do a 6-hour show.
It was 4 hours from our house. So I would
Yeah.
wear sweatpants and a t-shirt and just be casual, comfy, and travel.
Yeah.
So I show up in sweatpants and a t-shirt to go check in to the hotel. And then we take the RV and everything, park it out back. And the manager comes running over. Where have you been?
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Dude,
We still have an hour and a half before we have to start.
I'm early, and I don't do close-up for an hour and a half. I can change my clothes. I'll be fine, I promise. And he said, no, you're supposed to be doing a show now. No, this is my arrival time. They were all confused. And he's like, there's 300 people waiting for you in the showroom. Do something now, please. So I had to run back there and I changed my clothes.
I'm talking to the guy, telling him, hey, you got this wrong. Here's your contract that has been signed. This is our arrival time. This is how long we're supposed to be doing close-up magic, walking around the place. This is our arrival time for tomorrow, and this is when the show starts, and that's the show. It was crazy.
It got weird. It
was odd. They only did that once, thank goodness. And they did admit that they had been wrong, so that helped. But we were never advertised very well at all. People,
after COVID. Before COVID, we were
right.
superstars.
Yeah, you have standing room only, and they couldn't bring in any more chairs. And yeah, but after COVID, it went downhill. And so that close-up magic night, Wes would be like, "Did you know there's a magic show tomorrow?" And before COVID, we'd be like, "Yeah, we're planning on coming." After COVID, like, "What are you talking about? There's a magic show?" It was kind of sad. So.
And what room is it in? It's in ballroom A, B, C, D, upstairs, behind the restaurant.
Yeah,
it was outside. We would never know when we showed up where it was going to be because they had weddings and things there too.
Right.
So we just take whatever room they give us.
Before COVID, they would know, hey, you're going to be in this ballroom. And we were like, okay, great. So we could tell people what ballroom we were going to be in. After COVID, they're like, I don't know, we'll tell you tomorrow morning. And so we're like, well, we're going to be in a ballroom or not? And so at least I think we would know that we would at least be in a ballroom or we'd be in one of the conference rooms upstairs. So we could be like, go to the conference room section and you'll see a sign, or go down to the ballrooms and you'll see a sign.
Because the night before I advertised at every table I went to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved the place. It was beautiful. I loved it so much. And we were always rushing to get there, working hard, doing dinner, going to bed, having a rough night sleeping. Lana never slept good there. The boys never slept good there.
It's weird.
And then rushing to set up the show, get breakfast, set up the show, take down the show, and then rushing to get home. Yeah. So we never really got to experience much fun there. But I always loved it.
We did a little bit. We walked around on like the beach.
Yeah.
Beach, tiny little.
But me, I feel guilty that I have a holiday weekend off. I've done something wrong in my marketing. I've done something wrong. I need to figure this out.
No, it's just how life works.
So
honey.
you guys know anybody that wants to book holiday weekends and they want a good magician family, a good
Yeah.
family show.
Yeah.
You
Give
you
us
let
a
us
call.
you let her know.
Yeah.
So Memorial Day just passed.
Mhm.
What did we do on Memorial Day?
On the actual day?
Did I look depressed?
No.
Did I look sad? It
No.
was just another day.
Yeah. But nobody's in the office. I mean, you're going to be lucky to find somebody in the office on Memorial Day. A lot of people have office. So we just kind of took the day off and had fun. So on the day before, we had done some shopping and we got a big old.
But we had that resort.
Okay, yes.
So we were
We had
already
it.
out of town with the RV.
We went to church. Then between church and the show, we did some shopping. I was just going to casually mention that we went shopping. When we went shopping, we bought a big old blue plastic pool. Almost called it a tub. But, one of those kiddie pools, but the biggest one you could get.
I did
like
research on that last night.
$20.
The inflatable ones or the plastic ones that you
Was
wanted,
it inflatable?
the ones that you wanted, that's not the hard one. They say you have to put some kind of hard surface underneath because sticks, twigs, and things will puncture it.
Okay.
So
good.
you got to put it on
And you run into this one too hard and it's going to crack. Whatever you got.
Yeah, this one cracks. Yeah.
It's crappy.
They're
but
cheap.
Anyway, that's what we got. So we put the pool out and we filled it with water and got the kids all in their bathing suits and they had a teetotal blast. They were asking to do it today.
Turn
on the water, please.
I really didn't think it would go over that great. I had it when I was little. I was bored of it in 30 seconds. I don't remember.
I loved it when I was little. Ours had a little slide though and everything. It was really fun.
My brother was 9 years older than me. My sister is 18 years older than me. It was me splashing by myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm over it. You had friends to play with. You had siblings to play with.
Yeah. Yep. That's true.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they loved it. They loved it when it was empty. They were getting in it and going, look at this. And then we started putting water in it and they thought that was just the best thing. And then Wes started squirting them with water from the water hose and they just thought that was amazingly hilarious. And they had a grand time. And then Wes, without letting Lana know, filled up water guns and sent Willow in. Hey, Willow, just say you have to use the bathroom and go inside. And so Willow played along. And
you looked at me weird when I said
like,
that.
What the heck are you doing?
I said, announce you're going to the bathroom.
I know. I was like, why? Why did you send her inside? And she just went along with it. I was like, why did you send her away? And so, but she knew why. And she came out and she surprised the heck out of Lana and shot her with the water gun.
I had these big bazooka super soakers.
Yeah.
We had 2 of them. We bought them when we moved into this house.
Yeah.
Lana and I have only played with them a couple times.
Yeah. So Lana, Willow, and Wes kind of played with those, and the boys wanted to use them too, so they tried, but they really didn't do much with them. They had.
It's got a hard pump action, man. You're holding it. You really have to use some muscle to pump it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we were out there, hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, and they did not want to go in. So I mean, they ran around outside. That pool was murky water by the time it was over.
Oh, because they kept running in the leaves or running in the grass and then jumping in, and they would not stay in it.
No, they wanted to go in and out, run around, and yeah.
You know, there's little bounce house things with the balls and bounce houses, the ball pits.
Mm-hmm.
We have a bag of those balls that we dumped in the water for them to play with too.
Yeah, they like that too, and they just splashing it. Lex like jumping down and making splashes and getting everybody wet. They had a good time. It wore the little boys out too because, well, one, when we had to go in, they did not want to go in. They started screaming and fussing and no. And then we sent them upstairs for quiet time, and they fell asleep within 20 minutes, which isn't normal.
4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 hours is how long quiet time is. And today they didn't nap, but he fell asleep at dinner.
Yeah, so he'll nap for a little bit, but sometimes they don't nap at all. Sometimes they fall asleep at dinner. Sometimes they'll take a 30-minute nap. But yesterday they took at least 2.5 hour nap. We had to wake them up to get them to come downstairs.
That water wore them out.
So yeah, running around. Yeah, wore them out. So they had a good time.
And while they were napping,
Mhm.
Willow will only watch horror movies with us. We try to get her to watch the new Beverly Hills Cop 4 is coming out. Natalie's like, I want to watch the other ones and get ready for Beverly Hills Cop 4. Willow wouldn't watch it. I'm just not in the mood. Willow, you want to watch a horror movie? Okay.
Yeah. She likes horror movies. We do little horror movie marathons every once in a while, me and her. It's fun. But yeah, so we watched Thanksgiving.
My brother recommended the Thanksgiving movie. I don't know if I'd recommend it to other people.
Oh my goodness. It's a horror movie, but it is sick in parts too.
Like, what it reminds me of is My Bloody Valentine. Like, you don't know who the killer is, and it's a mystery of who the killer is. My Bloody Valentine.
Right.
But I don't remember the death scenes in this movie are
Gory.
almost like urban legend.
But it's gory.
Like they're over the top.
Yeah.
Like, remember the guy driving up and seeing that that truck of all that wood going through his head and everything?
Mhm.
The death scenes remind me of like urban legend death scenes, like crazy over the top.
But I mean, they show a lot more than older movies do too, and it's very gory. It's you know, there was one part where even Willow, she just pulled a blanket up over.
I couldn't believe that.
She was like looking from like this, which I couldn't blame her because when she was doing that, I was going like it was.
I was enjoying watching you guys.
Ooh, I had some sick minds.
And this was during the boys' nap time, right? So
Yeah.
It's almost summer. It's not getting dark till 8:30. I mean, it's almost 8:30 now. It's still sunny outside.
Yeah.
And I tell Lana to go put the water guns away in the garage. I don't want it, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, it's sunny outside. The garage it's not Thanksgiving. There is no, you know, the guy in the movie and the other guy, she knew one of the actors from Zombies from Disney movie.
Yeah.
And the other guy's McDreamy. They're actors, honey.
Yeah.
And Gina Gershon's in it.
Real.
They're actors, baby. They're just pretending. I know, but I never liked the garage.
Yeah.
Oh, honey. Okay, but it's daytime.
Just go. Yeah. And then she went to go with you to see the animals while you were feeding them. And you said, go put on mud boots because it's a little muddy from all the rain out there. And she was like, where are they? They're out in the garage. Mom, come with me. I'm like, why? Why, Lana? And she was like, what boots? And I'm like, you're nervous to go out in the garage. And I went out there with her and I just stood at the top of the steps of the garage. She had to go down around. I said, no killer worth his salt can come after you during the daytime. It's light outside.
Now, at nighttime,
like,
we
Mom,
asked you to
I
do
just
that.
didn't know which boots. And I was like, okay, Lana. No. Okay, Lana.
I do have Freddy Krueger out in the garage. I do have a zombie out there. I have an old butler, big standee characters for Halloween in the corners.
At this point,
you would think she'd be used to it.
Yeah, but it's just she's funny.
Crazy.
There was something else she did last night too. I had to walk with her somewhere. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I know why you're doing this.
Oh,
maybe
today
you shouldn't have watched the movie.
Today she took the trash out. And I'm going to pull out the driveway to get groceries. Natalie orders groceries. They throw it in the back of our car. So I just have to pull up and they load the car. Mm-hmm. And Lana dumps over the trash can, almost falls in it. And she, I thought there was like a iguana, not iguana, but spider. I thought there was something on the thing. Mm-hmm. Lana, what's better? I dropped it. Okay, honey, you only have one hand. You might not drop it if I don't have pockets.
Oh, because she's carrying her phone around everywhere.
You need to do something with that phone.
That's what it was. I asked her to run upstairs and get me something. She had to go upstairs and downstairs. Like, quick, let me get my phone. Lonnie, you don't need your phone. I need my phone. Like, she was just to have, I don't know, noise with her or something and make her feel more comfortable because she was there going upstairs. Upstairs. It's just funny.
She doesn't have to watch horror movies. We don't make her. We don't sit her there with toothpicks in her eyes.
No.
Sometimes she'll sit in the other room with paint. Sometimes she'll be in her room and she says, tell me when it's over.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yesterday she wanted to watch. We thought she didn't and we pushed play on it. She comes down, she goes, why'd you start without me? It was literally like a minute and a half into it. I'm like, nothing's happened. We didn't think you wanted to watch because you don't normally come to watch horror movies. She's like, I'll watch one. Okay, come on.
And she told me we were feeding the animals. She said, when it got real gross, I started doodling.
Yeah.
She had a little notepad and pencil.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some.
I think the boys are awake now. Can you hear them?
They are. But there were some gruesome gruesome parts in that movie.
Anyway, my brother recommended it. Anyway, that was the Thanksgiving movie.
Yep.
What then for dinner, I put steaks on the grill.
Yep.
They were good, thick steaks.
It's good steaks. That's what you gotta do. You gotta go to Sam's Club.
You don't get steaks that thick at Walmart.
Nope. Not when we go shopping anyway.
So we live out in the country, so the nearest any food place, any grocery store near us is 20 minutes in different directions.
Yeah.
And it seems like the Food Lion or the
You have the option of Food Lion in one direction, the option of Walmart in the other.
and there's another Food Lion like in Goochland, right?
That's what I'm talking about. Goochland Food
Louisa.
Lion. Oh yeah, all the way. Yeah. Well,
That's 20
I
minutes.
think it's a little further than 20 minutes if you get down to it. But yeah,
But
there
anyway,
is one in Louisville.
but I think Food Lion's more expensive for groceries than Walmart.
It is.
So anyway, they just don't have steaks that thick there.
yeah.
They were good. Are you
Yeah.
checking on the kids? Kids are screaming. Anyway, so I made steaks on the grill, and I told her, I said, "You want to do like watermelon or no? No, I don't want to be tempted." Okay, but the kids, we made the kids cookies.
Kids helped. So when they got up from nap, the boys came downstairs. We put chairs on the next to the counter.
All right, but wait, but what inspired all that? When we were picking up the kids from church.
Oh yeah, Julian was playing with cookie dough. He was playing with Play-Doh, and he had a little roller, and he was rolling it out.
Rolling pin.
Very cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very cute. And then Wes was like, "Well, then we should let them make cookies." So,
I thought we had the little shape maker things for all year.
no, we just have Christmas ones.
I didn't know we only had Christmas ones.
Yeah.
So on the way home from the show at the resort that we did on Sunday,
Oh, sorry.
I got chocolate chip cookie dough because we couldn't make them in shapes. But I thought the kids would like patting them out, making them.
They did.
They loved it.
They also liked eating the raw cookie dough.
Well, we woke them up from nap to do that, and to
And-
make them happy, we gave them a bite of raw cookie dough,
Yeah.
and then Julian,
Yeah.
he had to
We're
keep
like-
holding his hand
So
back.
we gave him a chunk, and he just like, "Here you go." He was like, "Ah." I was like, "No, you gotta pat it. You gotta smush it." So, and then they liked seeing them. We got them all out on the cookie sheets and stuck it in the oven. And I turned the light on. I was like, "Look, there's your cookies. They're baking." Ooh, they looked at that. They thought that
That was
neat to
fun.
see.
That
Yeah,
was fun. It was
it
cute.
was very cute.
So, and also, we did all that clothes shopping for him recently
Yeah,
on that Sunday.
that Sunday after church and before our show, we went clothes shopping. So.
Wasn't successful though.
No, we got some stuff, just not. I mean, I got everything I needed for Lana. Lana needed a couple pairs of jean shorts. She needed some sandals, summer sandals for shows. She needed socks, that was easy, and a bathing suit because one of her bathing suits doesn't fit, the other one does. I like letting them bring 2 bathing suits on vacation so that one's drying, they can wear the other one. I don't know. I like having 2. So, anyway, she got a really cute bathing suit. It looks really good on her. She wore it on Memorial Day when we were playing with the water guns and everything. She looks really, really good in it. It
So-
brings out like, oh, she just looks so pretty.
After what everyone talked about last week, everybody wants to know if you got new underwear.
I did not. Nope, I didn't. I got Lana socks. Get me anything. I got the boys enough t-shirts to last them a week. I got them some around the house shorts to wear when they're just playing outside. And then I had to Amazon buy them sandals and shoes and jean shorts and khaki shorts because nobody had anything left. It was ridiculous. Like they
It's weird, man. They'll put out like summer stuff in May.
February.
May.
It is May.
All right. So, all right. Well, I mean,
They
they're
started
done.
putting
It's
it-
over.
this- oh, and I couldn't find swim trunks for the boys either. No, I did. I did find swim trunks at the second place. But
And come July, they'll be back to school stuff.
yeah, but they start putting out summer stuff that early, and it's like at that point, I don't know if by summer they're going to be in the same size or a different size, and they're not in the same size. I have to go up a size. So, I mean, even at this point, buying it in May, I'm hoping it'll fit when we go on vacation in September.
September. Yeah.
Which I think it will, but it's the I don't know. And then you're not. I don't know. It's just crazy. But yeah, we had to hunt down swim trunks for the boys. And then they loved their swim trunks because both of them had dinosaurs on them. They just thought it was awesome.
Oh,
So-
one of them was screaming yesterday. Would not go to potty. Would not do anything
That was Julian.
until you gave
Yeah.
him those swim trunks.
Yeah, I sat them down on their potties, and Lex tinkled and got up, and so I put his swim trunks on, and then that was it. Julian didn't want to try anymore to tinkle. He was like, "No, shorts on. I need to wear them now." And so there was no getting him to try and tinkle any longer. He wanted his dino shorts on.
We got 12 years of knowing what girls like.
Right.
Tigers and teddy bears and
Princesses
and
pink
Frozen.
and glitter.
Yes.
Yes.
But boys and dinosaurs, I never put two and two together. I knew Tonka trucks, cars, trucks.
They like trucks.
But
They love dinosaurs.
No. You give them a choice of a dinosaur and a truck. It's
They
a
get
dinosaur.
Yeah, absolutely. I said they like trucks, but they love dinosaurs.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll even take a puzzle piece of a dinosaur over a truck.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to anything. Yeah, crazy. So Natalie today, about an hour and a half ago, got a little mad at me.
I did not get mad at you. I was not
Frustrated.
mad. It was exasperated and disbelief.
I asked you to help me with everything, and you're like, Wes, you could do it on your own. Okay, hon.
There are some things you should be able to do.
I need your help. I need your help.
It's
Well, tell
next time I'll be looking. I will look myself.
I win.
No.
So here's the thing.
It's ridiculous. But anyway.
She did her newsletter this week, and if you're not following Natalie's newsletter, it's all about healthy mind, healthy finances, and healthy
body.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And being healthy. And she puts that out to all of her clients, and you can sign up for it. What's your email address?
NatalieAIsley@gmail.com.
She does it once a month. So I'm printing it out. And as I print it out, so she can look at it next month to make sure she doesn't duplicate anything or whatever. She has a hard copy file she'd keep forever. I run out of ink. I'm like, all right, well, I have more ink. So I go look in my closet. We have a hall closet underneath the stairs, and we have all of our extra ink in there. And Willow, I taught her how to change the ink. Willow did not tell me she changed the ink, because Willow is now helping us with like grab bags for like school shows or kid shows, where we give them a grab bag. It's got candy. It's got a piece of paper teaching them 6 magic tricks, business card, flyer for the television show and podcast, all in a Ziploc bag for each kid. And Willow changed the ink. I didn't know that. So when I went to go get the ink that was missing, we were out. Oh no. Because I was printing out her newsletter, I have classes that are ending this week. I need to make them magic kits. They get copies of instructions. I make them magic tricks that I put in their boxes. I have to design their box and print that out and stick it on the little U-line pizza box and everything. It's a lot of copies that need to be made. I have no ink. So I order ink. And I don't know. Elaborate.
We're out of he said we're out of red. I said, that's the one we don't have. We have like 2 of everything else and we don't have red. So he ordered a multi-box because it would get here before his shows. He tried to order red by itself, but it won't get here until the end of this week. But he has classes tomorrow. So he ordered a multi-box that had all 4 colors in it so that he would get the red in time to make the kits.
For like $140.
Right. So.
And the extra thing of red is like $37.
And so he has the extra thing of red just so that when we run out, we're not in this situation again. Because we have 2 of everything else. We need red. So now we have whatever. Anyway, it comes today. And he goes and he puts a red in and he looks at the one he took out and he's like, there is plenty in here. Well, I don't understand. I said, well, did you like shake it and make it go to the end that it comes out of? He was like, yeah, I did that. And I don't understand. He goes, oh my gosh. It was cyan that was out. Blue was out. Magenta or red was fine.
All right, I don't know. I know basic colors. I know blue, green, red, yellow.
We had 2
purple, brown.
The blue. We've had this machine for years.
I
That's not an
know.
excuse.
I know.
Had
Blue, red,
You
green,
have
purple,
said
brown.
cyan, I don't know how many times in reference to this printer. You know it's blue. We've had this printer for how long? And a printer before that for how long that also called blue cyan and red magenta and black, and yellow, yellow. All of this is the same. Nothing has changed.
I'm not 100%.
So now-
Cyan is blue still right now.
So now we ordered ink for absolutely no reason. And
Because we had 2 cyans in the closet.
now we still have 2 cyans. We have like 3 blacks, 3 yellows, 2 magentas now.
No, we
and
don't. The
2
other one hasn't
cyans.
come in.
Oh, it'll be here. You'll have,
We'll have 3.
yeah, you'll have 3. So we didn't need to order ink at all. He didn't have to be stressed out and pause the printing in the office for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, whatever it's been. Not at all.
3 days, 5 days. I haven't
It
been able
was
to
a
print.
different color that was out.
Haven't been able to do anything. It sucks. My office is like on pause mode, waiting on this ink to come
For
in.
no reason, because we had 2
I'll hold
cyans
this
at
up.
home.
For our viewers of the podcast, I'm going to hold this up. Oh, come on. Tell me you can see it. Tell me you can see it. I'm trying to put it here. All I can see is the blue. Why is that? This is not cool.
Because it's making fun of you.
Hold on. I'm going to turn the light off. Off light. It still doesn't work. Daggone it. So over here, it says black, cyan is blue, magenta is purple, and yellow is yellow.
But it has a K for black.
But then when you
has
go,
a C for cyan.
but then
an
when you
M
go
for
into the
magenta,
machine,
and a Y for yellow. I don't know why it has a K for black.
the red is the second one on the left. Well, the second one on the left is that blue right there.
It's backwards.
It's backwards, but yeah. So I open up the machine from that thing and I say, oh, we're out of red. I'm sorry you couldn't see that because it was a glare. I don't know what happened. But my gosh. So I shook that thing and I already tried to stick it in. I'm like, Natalie, I just needed to finish printing this. Then I can get these labels printed. I think.
We have plenty of ink to last us for a nice long time now.
But I know basic colors. Why do you have to call it cyan? Why can't you call it blue?
I don't know, honey. But it is what it is.
It's not.
Why do they have a K for black? I don't know, but you know that that's black.
Because it's black. This is blue
It should
and
be
purple.
B for black.
Well, it would be B for blue.
No, it would be C for cyan, is what it is.
I don't like the name cyan. Daggone it. I don't know that. I know, Matt, you want to see a magic trick? I'll show you a magic trick. So I don't know my colors. And, but that's okay.
And we have ink to last us probably for the rest of the year now. So, we're set.
So when I ask you to help me with the copier, don't say, Wes, you can do this on your own.
You would think after all these years of having a copier, you could do this.
We have an
on your own.
industrial copier. We have a copier that's used like in a Staples. Like this thing prints posters. That's why the ink is so expensive and the tubes are this long and it costs as much as a car to own. But we can do a lot of printing.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yes. And we've had one since you've had one since before I've known you. I don't know why all of a sudden cyan is a thing. But anyway, apparently it became a thing. Live and learn, honey. Cyan is blue. And from now on,
I'm not sure of that.
I will double check him.
I never
Google it.
I never used a cyan crayon in my life.
I bet you have. You just looked at it and said, oh, that looks blue.
Then why give it another name?
Why not see the colors on there? You had everything but blue lit up.
No, because the light up, that I don't have a purple.
Blue was missing.
I thought they were saying the purple was bluish
Okay.
because I don't have purple. The red is
no.
hot pink. It's not red anyway. It's hot pink. That is a hot pink color. Look at that. That's hot pink.
All right, honey.
And look at the ink right there. That is a hot pink. That's not red. So I thought that was purple.
I don't understand why it was an issue this time. It's never been an issue before. Ever.
Because you didn't help me.
I've never helped you.
What's another subject? Do you need to check on the kids? I mean, that's full of yelling.
She is saying Julian woke up and he
Spit it out.
she said he's woke up crying. She can't get him to calm down. Tried food, but he won't eat it. I said,
Okay.
it's okay. He'll calm down and eat eventually. And said, now he's yelling for you. Tell Wes I'm sorry for the screaming.
All right, so go take care of them. I'll talk about the bird, and if I have to, I'll go to the next subject.
I wanted to be here for bird.
Well, hurry up. Cyan. Come on, cyan. I don't know that color. I don't know. Let's talk about Natalie. Natalie is in pain today. So I think she has chronic pancreatitis. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but the last thing they gave her for her heart troubles and all that stuff was a lidocaine liquid. And she said she almost died taking it. I go to bed at 11 o'clock at night, but I get up at 7 in the morning. She stays up till 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and then she sleeps till 10:30, 11. She puts the kids to bed, and then she's up with the kids all night long if they're up. And then I'm up with them in the morning. And that night she was hurting. She put the kids to bed. She was hurting. And she said, all right, I'll try that new medicine. And she tried that lidocaine stuff. She said it made her tongue numb. It made her throat numb and everything down. Everything was numb. And she's like, it tastes awful. Everything's numb. Then she tried to drink water and she couldn't swallow. The whole house is asleep and she thought she was going to drown. She thought she was going to die downstairs because she couldn't swallow and she was choking and it was just bad. I wouldn't have known. I was sound asleep. But we're trying to get her to get an appointment. It's just getting her off her butt because she's tired of going to the doctor with a smile on her face saying, yeah, it really hurts. But she's good now. The doctor's looking at her at that point. She's smiling and she's fine and she's happy. And it's so frustrating. But right before we started filming, she said, I'm hurting. Oh, it's been 3 weeks. Oh, yeah, tonight's going to be the night. It's going to happen. So anyway, I think it's chronic pancreatitis. They said the numbers, elevated pancreatitis numbers are at 60. If your number hits 60 to 100 maybe. And Natalie's was at 6,000. So what Googling I've done said that can cause permanent damage because she had just had an operation and they said, yeah, they had to put air in her to clean out when they were scrubbing her insides because she had that bile leak. So they were getting all the bile off of her organs and they had to put air in her. So it was just really bad gas. Well, when she passed out in pain that night, they finally realized that she had pancreatitis and then put her on those drops and I don't know, really high Dilaudid, that heavy dose medication. So we're 2 years out of this and she's still dealing with severe pain. So that's Natalie. She wants to talk about the bunny retiring. But here, I'll tell you about the magic shop. Magiciansmagicshop.com is my magic shop that I started last year. I just bought a brand new magic collection. And this collection came from a friend in Waynesboro, Virginia. And I'm slowly going through it and listing things. The cool thing about the website is that I do have some like devoted fans that really do check back every single day. So as soon as I put an item up, it's gone. Sometimes within 15 minutes. Sometimes it's like, wow, I just posted it and the order came in. But that was like an appearing cane. I think I sold it in like 8 minutes. It was just like, bam, like, wow. Because I was listing the next item after that, and that first one already sold. But I try to put really good deals on it and everything. Are you just bringing him in?
We have a guest.
Oh, this is going to go great.
He won't let me leave. So look.
That's you on TV. Tell everybody who this is.
Hi, my name is Julian. Say Julian. No, okay.
He's probably starving. He didn't have dinner.
He's got a cookie.
Anyway, we were talking about my magic shop. So magiciansmagicshop.com. Check it out. We have brand new items. I'm listing at least 7 new items each and every day. Check it out. magiciansmagicshop.com. So while you were gone, I talked about pancreatitis.
Okay.
And I talked about magiciansmagicshop.com.
Okay.
Now, you can talk about the dove and what happened at church. Go.
Okay. So we brought the dove. Obviously, we had to bring the animals with us to church because we were going to church and then shopping and then show. So the animals came with us. Can't leave them in the car. So we're going to bring them into church and put them in one of the empty rooms so they'd have nice air conditioning. when I went to get him out of the car.
And everybody made over him at church.
Oh,
Everybody was
yeah.
loving it so much.
But Broadway, you hear this noise. And I look in there, I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on? She is doing backward flips. Her wings are out and she's just backward flipping. I've never seen her do that before. She just keeps going and going and going. Right? Right. And I was like, Wes, I don't know what's going on. I'm having a seizure or something. And then she just stops. And she looks at me like, what? Okay. And she was totally fine. Hey, buddy. And she was fine. She got showed off at church and she didn't do it again until we got to the show. Wes produced her and she tried to start doing it again. So he just kind of cuddled her and held her. And
which doesn't look good at a show. It looks like I threw her on the ground when I produced her.
yeah.
But she fell off my hand backwards.
Yeah. So you're like, uh-oh. I'm like, well, I think 99.9% sure this is gonna be her last show. So yeah, come to find out, she was having seizures. And so Broadway is now retired. She may live for 10, 12 more years. She may not. We don't know. The point is, she has medical issues, so she is retired. She's just gonna enjoy the good life, being spoiled, and shouldn't have to work for her food anymore. She's done her job.
So I had the original Broadway I had died when I was probably 19, and I just always, my white bird is Broadway. Broadway's 18 years old. Broadway's 18 years old. And it's also easy for me on the show. I don't have to think about it. When Lana changes the bunny, like when a bunny wants to be retired, the bunny will, when I try to get it out in the morning, it'll stomp and just kind of stick in a corner and stomp like, don't you mess with me today. All right, well, that's his way of saying he's done. So I just leave him alone. I don't force them to do it. Now, my bunny that I have now comes to me, cuddles me, wants to go to the show, wants the love. I think they kind of understand. They kind of know.
Yeah.
And
she may be sad that she doesn't get to go anymore, but it's better for her to stay home than.
Well, and then people thinking, I produced the bird, put it on my hand, and then it looked like I threw it on the ground.
Yeah.
But she jumped off my hand and was doing the back
stuff. Yeah. She's having a seizure.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, and that had never happened before. This was the first time, it happened. I mean, unless it happened in her cage when we weren't there.
This was an air conditioned facility.
Right.
We've taken care of our animals.
Yes.
It's the same magic trick she's always been in. It wasn't anything new. We didn't hurt her.
She didn't have heat stroke. She didn't have anything like that. She was in air conditioning all day long.
Yeah.
They are very well taken care of. It's just, we don't know how old she is. We have no clue.
She has a band around her arm that was like from somewhere else. We got her from another magician that had retired. So I honestly don't know how old she is.
Yeah. So I mean, this could be an old age thing. It could just be a genetic thing.
But how?
And like we said, she could live for a very, very long time.
How great was her mannerisms in shows?
Oh, she's the best bird. She's so well behaved. She never tried to fly away. I mean, we wouldn't even have to clip her wings. You know, she just sits there. She does a great job. She's very trainable. She's really, really like the best dove we've ever had. So
she was awesome. And I got him eating Skittles, so he's better now. But we had this happen to a bunny that we had named Houdini at our old house.
Yeah.
Now, he got his name because I got him home. And when I opened up the cardboard box that I got it from a pet store, he was gone.
Yeah. He chew and swallow and then have another one. He was a good little escape artist. I mean, it wasn't a one-time off thing. He could get out of practically any cage you put him in. And so his name was Houdini.
I thought the neighbor was letting him out. Like I thought the neighbors were letting him out. There's no way he can get out of that cage. He can get out of that cage too?
Right. So his Houdini, perfect name. Escape artist bunny. But he did great in shows. He was really, 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 really good bunny, just like Broadway. Took care of him. We always take care of our animals. They're part of our livelihood. Why would we not? But he had the same thing happen. But for him, his head just never straightened back up.
He had a stroke, though. He didn't have
Oh yeah,
Seizures.
stroke.
He
It was
had
a stroke, not a seizure. Seizure. Yeah. So he was kind of leaning on one side or the other, and it just so.
But it was bad.
But
It was fully hung.
But you.
But he'd look at you.
Yeah. And then when you didn't take him, he was stomped at first too. Even with his head like this, he wanted to go to the shows. Poor guy, but we couldn't take him. We felt bad for him. So
we let the ducks out of the pen to run and play in the grass. We let him out, and all he could do was hop in circles. But he would eat the grass.
Yeah, his equilibrium there was off. But yeah, he was perfectly happy. He lived for years upon years after that happened.
5 years. Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. It was a long time, and we thought he was on death's door once he had the stroke and his neck was stuck like that, but he did great. He just
animals.
Yeah.
And if something like that happens and somebody sees us with them, it's like, oh, you hurt that animal. No, we love them. I mean, every day of my life, it's 45 minutes of feeding animals and taking care of animals and cleaning out that cage out there.
Yeah.
It's
work.
Dedicated. And we did that show at what was it? Green Mount, and I didn't bring animals. And it was a great show. It was fine. I don't have to have animals in the show.
No.
But
I
boy,
think it's an added little extra.
I love it. I love it. I just like I love having my kids in the show. Do I need to have a family bow at the end? But people ooh and ah. People love it.
Yep.
And I love having them to dinner with us afterwards.
And this one being a dinosaur, it's very cute. People love it. Yep, there you go.
Are you a dinosaur? Can you show everybody you're a dinosaur?
Oh,
that's him.
That's Dino Julian. Good
and he's in a bad
job.
mood today. So even on a bad mood, you can be a dinosaur.
Good
Are you a
job.
T-Rex? Show him a T-Rex.
Oh.
Can you do your arms?
Good job, buddy.
He's gonna be like Froggy on the Little Rascals because he growls so much. He's gonna have a raspy voice when he. Hey, Dad, can I have some Fruit Loops?
Aw, he'll be fine.
Anyway,
right, Julian?
Are you better now? You had some candy in you, and you got Mom. Are you better now?
Yeah, he quit crying when I held him downstairs, but the second I tried to put him down, or whatever, he started crying. So I was like, all right, well, you're gonna have to come with me to do the podcast. So we left, and Lex goes, wait. I said, we'll be back, Lex. Bye, Julian. It was very cute.
Who said that, Julian?
Lex.
So when I went to take Julian on a walk today, and Lex said, no, 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 Julian stopped and said, no, no, no. He wasn't going without Lex.
Yeah. And then Lex said, okay. And he came. But yeah, that was very cute.
Their little bond is crazy strong.
It is so sweet. But I tell you what, it is very sweet. They love each other to death. But they will also beat the crap out of each other too. It is like bipolar sometimes. Yeah, I'm talking about you. And there are times I think they're getting ready to have a growth spurt because they will get hangry. And if they are hangry, they take it out on each other. And the second you show them food and they pick up food, they're like, oh, okay, we're good. It's
they go from a bad mood to just.
Yeah, and then they're happy with each other because they got food.
Just tell me.
Oh my goodness.
Same thing with tiredness.
Can you just say hungry or eat?
How much did he scream at dinner time? But he just fell asleep.
He was tired, yeah. I was like, he's got to be.
He's screaming at the top of his lungs.
Yeah.
And then
out he goes. Do you have a good nap, my man? Love you, buddy. So anyway, yeah.
So we have a few minutes left.
Okay.
I don't know. You want to play Would You Rather?
Okay.
Because we covered all the subjects, I think.
Oh, wait.
Oh, well, go ahead. That might wrap us up.
So we have a friend who we met.
How many people do you know the minute you met them? That's pretty rare. I was going to tell her that, but we never got into it in the conversation at the place.
So we met her when we first started the Magic of Giving, and it was a 30-day run. And we were doing something every single day for 30 days. And one of the days was giving blood. And she was there giving blood, and we were too. And that's how we met. Her name is Christine. And she lived in Charlottesville, and now she lives in Hawaii. And we've stayed in touch.
I told them when I was doing the 30 days of giving, hey, and SPCA did the same thing to me. hey, nurse, can you just, we're doing this for charity, and this is just part of the charity thing we're doing. Can you just tell about the benefits of donating blood so we can put it on our feed? We're not doing, you
You have-
can't videotape in here, and you'd have to have our PR team talk to you. And
Yeah.
no, I'm here now. Can we just do it? Because it needs to be edited and put out tomorrow. So,
Christine was there. and
Christine was in
she
a
was
chair
happy.
having her cookies, waiting her 30 minutes before she could leave.
Yeah, and she was happy to talk to us, and we were like, "Well, do you mind being on film?" No, not at all. So, yeah,
She was like, this is something I can do to get back.
Yeah, so she was on the video, and then we just chit chatted and we exchanged information, and we've just been friends ever since. And they ended up, her and her husband ended up moving to Hawaii. He had a job offer, but then they also have family over there, so they moved over there, and stayed in contact through the pandemic. Any Zoom show that had tickets that were being sold, you could bet your bottom dollar that Christine was going to buy one and be there. I mean, that I thought that
Amazing.
is the sweetest. You know what I mean? I mean, she didn't have to do that, and they're on a completely different time zone than us, and she was always there. She always made time. And so they come back over because she owns a salon in Charlottesville. So they come back over every once in a while to check in person and all that jazz. So the past few times that she's been in town, we have tried and failed to get together to mesh our schedules. But this time it actually worked, and we got to meet them for dinner and sit down, and it was awesome. I loved it. We got to catch up with them and really sit down and have a good conversation. Because you talk to people on the phone and it lasts for a little bit. It's not the same as seeing them in person and being able to sit down and talk. And so it was nice.
And over Facebook, it's not the same.
And honestly, this was the first time I had met her husband in person. I had talked to him on the phone and over Zoom, but I had never met him in person. And this was the first time
I'd never seen him
met
even
him
over
at
Zoom.
all. So yeah.
She's awesome. I love her. She's great. And I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, well, let's see what the husband's like. I don't know. Then after I left, I'm like, hey, Natalie, tell her that I like her husband. He's kind of cool to hang out with. I like him a lot. He's cool.
Yeah.
Because I was shocked. I really enjoyed hanging out with him.
Yeah. So
But
we had a good time, and yeah, and they got to meet the boys. So I think she had met Lana, but I mean, it had been years upon years ago. So she got to see her grown up now, 12. And then she'd never seen the boys except in pictures. So she got to meet the boys, and it was a fun evening. I had a good time. I think you had a good time too.
I was great. I had
Yeah.
fun.
So I'm hoping. So, and she was even like, tell me when you guys are in Vegas, when, he got to go back to perform. She's like, that's a quick flight from Hawaii and we will be there. And unfortunately, that was one of the times that failed to get us together, because I told her once we knew, I was like, hey, we're going to be in. And she goes, I saw Wes's post, because Wes posted it like that before I even had a chance to tell her. And she's like, I saw his post, but darn it, I have something already scheduled and I can't get out of it. I was like, oh man. Yes, would you like to say something? Did you like to meet Christine and Alan? They were nice, right? Yeah.
He doesn't know. He has face in the iPad. All right, he's gone.
But anyway, so
I gotta watch my magic room. I gotta watch him now.
poor guy's got a wedgie.
Okay,
Very nice.
all
That's
right.
a good idea.
He's
Good
on the
job.
couch over there.
So anyway, that was a good night that I really, really, really enjoyed. It was fun.
You got to hang with your friend, and I made a new friend.
Yep.
All right. Would you rather be really beautiful or really smart? You're both, so that doesn't even count.
Oh, geez.
You're
Thank you.
both.
That's very sweet of you.
You know what the color cyan is. You're brilliant.
Wow. If that's the criteria for brilliant, we're in trouble.
I don't know. I feel like I need to extend this podcast a little bit. Hold on.
It was
No.
5 minutes. It's 5 minutes is what we got left.
All right, here we go. Ready? Would you rather fulfill your biggest wish or resolve your biggest regret?
Ooh.
Wish.
know.
I have no regrets.
Yeah, I think so, because I don't really have a huge
I didn't pay
regret.
attention in school. I didn't go past the 8 color book, the 8 crayons.
Yeah.
But I'll be all right.
Fulfill a wish.
Yeah. That's easy. What regrets would I mean?
I don't know. And it's nothing big. I have little regrets, I
Right.
guess, but nothing huge and life changing.
If we were a recovering addict or something, we might have big regrets.
Right, yeah. I don't know. I'm sure there's people that have made choices that they wish they had done something else.
Would you rather be the boss of a failing company or an entry-level employee at a successful one?
I guess an entry-level employee at a successful one. Then you can climb your
Dude,
way
if
up.
they're giving me $10 million parachutes and then I'm retired, you know those little goodbye packages, like the business is going under?
If it's going under, they're not going to give you $10 million.
They did with all the other, yeah, all those people.
What people?
I don't know.
I,
Google it.
I'm
They got what they call parachutes, like to help them, because now these CEOs are unemployed. They get like a severance package because we're going under.
well, that doesn't seem. Where the hell did
That's
they
what
get
I
the
want.
money
That's
from?
what I want. Well, that's part of the problem.
Couldn't they just use that money to?
That's not a small business,
Help
baby.
the
Small
business?
business that makes sense. And a big business, gimme, 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 gimme. Everybody wants theirs. Let's see. Would you rather be only one laughing at someone or the only one being laughed at?
I guess the only one laughing at someone, but that seems harsh. I don't want to be laughed at.
Maybe these aren't good.
I don't know. I don't like that one.
The guy stood us up tonight. It wasn't his fault. It was power
It was
outage.
not his fault, not at all.
I said it wasn't.
I was just reiterating that it wasn't. That's all. Honey, it's 3 minutes.
Come
It'll be
on.
okay.
No, I'm going to find something good and it's going to make it all worthwhile.
This is great.
Would you rather live a dangerous and exciting life or a safe and boring one?
Dangerous and exciting. Why is that? Who would want safe and boring? You're not saying a dangerous and exciting and you're gonna die in 2 years, or safe and boring and you'll live till you're 110. That's not the thing. So you want your life to be exciting or boring?
You're
Exciting.
skipping the dangerous part.
Okay, but there's no consequences attached to it.
What is
if
the
it's
danger?
Dangerous and exciting and I'm fine. Then there you go.
They have to elaborate on dangerous, exciting. What is it? Like I'm in the jungle at a Taylor
You'll
Swift
never
concert.
know. Move on to the next.
I'm at
What?
because there's iguanas. I'm not iguanas. I keep thinking I love iguanas. There's like poisonous reptiles and alligators and stuff. But it's exciting because there's Taylor Swift.
No, I don't think that's what they're talking about.
All right, so I'm living in a mafia movie and I have millions of dollars. But that's dangerous and exciting.
I don't know if that's exciting or stressful. That sounds stressful. I'd rather have it being excited, not dangerous and stressful.
Did you hear? I just saw this today.
Mm.
Has nothing to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
But they're making another Sopranos movie.
Movie?
Show.
Oh, really?
It's called Soprano. It's Gandolfini's Rise.
Oh, interesting. We never finished watching
We had kids.
the original series. I don't know where we left off either. But anyway.
Would you rather drop a bad habit or gain a good one?
Oh. Well, I mean, that's a hard one too, because dropping a bad habit is probably a good thing, and you're going to have good new habits because of dropping the bad habit. But if you just gain a new habit, well, now you got the bad habit and a new good habit.
What do you have bad habits? Are you a drug taker and I don't know about it?
No.
Is that why you're staying up all night long?
No. Hi, handsome.
What are you doing at
Tell
nighttime?
Daddy he's being weird.
What are you doing at nighttime when I go to
reading
sleep?
my Bible.
Okay.
Hurry up, wrap this up. We need to go downstairs.
All right.
Is that right?
Would you rather solve world hunger or
It's
cure
over.
cancer?
I don't know. Both of them are horrible.
No, that would be a great thing. Both of them would be
No,
a great
I
thing.
mean, both situations are horrible, so you'd want to be able to resolve both.
You don't have an
All
answer?
right, no, I don't.
I think I know the answer to this one. Would you rather live in a mountain cabin with no human contact or a big studio apartment with 3 roommates?
Mountain cabin, no human contact.
And what about me? What about Wes Iseli?
The other one.
Probably.
All right, baby. All done.
No,
It's been an hour.
no. You got 2 minutes.
Oh, I saw 8:02 when we started.
Would you rather have unlimited respect or unlimited power?
Unlimited power is dangerous.
That's what I want.
That's dangerous. Nobody should
I'm
have
already
unlimited
dangerous.
power.
I'm already dangerous.
No one should have unlimited power.
Superman does. I want to be like Superman.
No, he doesn't. He can be pulled into check with kryptonite. It's not unlimited. Is it, Julian?
Would you rather live an ordinary life or a standout and be considered a freak?
I don't care about being considered a freak. Who cares? These are bad.
I'm sorry.
These aren't fun.
Well, honey, we did all the topics here. The guy told us 5 minutes before we went on.
We're done.
Would you rather get rich in a way that disappoints your loved ones or make just enough money to live off of?
I don't.
Oh, no.
Disappoint my loved ones. That probably means that I'm doing something morally wrong.
Yeah,
so I think I'd rather have the second one. Because I don't want to do something that's morally wrong. That would be the way I would disappoint my family. It's the only way to do it. I mean, so.
Would you rather never get angry or never be envious?
Never get angry.
Is that what you think? Amen. I'd say angry for me. Because I'm not envious, really. I mean,
you have a temper, so.
What do you mean?
Doesn't he? Say, Daddy has a temper.
Why do they call this thing cyan? What's wrong with blue? Would you rather never leave the country or leave and never come back? Ooh.
I don't know.
I would just never leave the country.
But then you don't get to see all the other places. Whereas if you leave,
I have only ever seen
everywhere.
Cancun, Mexico.
But there's so many other places to go. I don't know. All right.
All right. Would you rather be forced to listen to Barney's theme song or someone slurp soup for 24 hours straight? You're going to be punished. This is your punishment. You have to choose.
Slurp soup, because I won't get stuck in my head for after the 24 hours.
Dude, we were stuck on the side of that road in 95, and that car going. Gosh, I felt like the car. 24 hours. That was water torture. That was a punishment. That was.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. I'll never forget. I videotaped it. I'm like, look, the keys were rattling. The keys were rattling in the front of the car. I said, man, that's how much the cars are going by. As soon as I hit exit on the stop video, and the going and turn it off. You couldn't videotape it because it wasn't perfect timed, and that was the problem. You couldn't sleep because it wasn't perfect timed. But anyway, that's today's podcast, guys. I hope there's something good in it. But that's it.
I hope you enjoyed our special guest, Julian Iseli.
Julian, growl at him. Say,
No.
He needs a diaper change.
Yes.
Hey, guys, thank you for everything. We'll have a guest next week, hopefully. And if not, we'll sit down even longer and come up with a list of topics to talk about. But that's today's episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Blow kisses. Go. Mwah. Good job.
Check us out online at wesiseli.com and patreon.com/Wes_Iseli for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled WESISELI.